Today I am going to be attempting to do the intermediate Lost Crevasse, Black Border Chimps run. So I'm going to be using Rosalia today, and let's see if I can get through all 100 rounds without losing any lives. I think you can see I have my notes here, and I'm going to try and pull this black border off because it's been a little stubborn. The map is a little more difficult than I had previously thought, but not too bad. I'm also trying to do a ravine black border right now, so this map is not particularly difficult compared to that one, but I'm going to be eating those words if I lose this round. Please don't lose this round, and please don't lose the next one. I guess I'm going to eat my words. Okay, yeah, the start can be just a little bit finicky here, but let's try and get this guy right here on strong, and right here on first. Okay, let's see if that start worked. Always gotta love these super precise starts. Double Desperado start is kind of becoming a bit of a trend in Chimps mode recently. I've been noticing it in quite a few maps. I think there's an ouch black border Desperado start, double Desperado start. So it's not just something that you can use on kind of weaker maps, but you can really pull this strategy out and use it on quite difficult maps. I mean, if you can use it on ouch, you can probably use it on most maps. Just you need to find where the proper location is. Next thing we want to buy here on round 10, I'm thinking a sniper. Now a sniper monkey needs to be placed down before the round ends, so let's go ahead and put this thing on strong. Sniper monkeys are like my catnip for early game chimps. They can be so useful in the first 40 rounds. A cheap version of camo popping, a cheap version of lead popping, and then they've just got pretty good tier 3s. Alright, but we should be safe here for just a little bit because we need to buy Rosalia next. Yes, this is going to be a Rosalia run. So get ready for some micro. This isn't going to be the layman's chimps. You don't want to be using this maybe at home, but I thought it was a fun little strategy, and it's using some towers that I don't use on chimps mode, especially black borders, too often, just because you can get some inconsistency out of them. But hey, I'm always down for a challenge. This is going to be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. This will be my 11th attempt at this. If there's a little bit of RNG on that round, you can put sniper on first, and you can snipe some balloons going up front, but I don't always see that. Okay, so I'm going to put my ace down right here and put it on figure infinity. You can see that it's got pretty good coverage of this little area, this little ovoid here, I guess is what you would call it. I don't know if you should call it that, but you can call it that. Sniper on strong, and we are going to rush an 022 here. I like my 022 snipers for early chimps. So we are coming up on a more difficult round here. Round 22 is going to be a little bit scary. Let's do an even faster firing. Okay, so on 22, we want to be on laser, on strong, and we're going to use this ability right when the round starts. Now, I want to use it right when the round starts just because 22 really rushes you with stuff right at the start of the round, and you don't want to deal with it. Laser also helps get through white and black balloons more easily, and it kind of gets them down more quickly than the grenade. It can also hit the black balloons, so now I'm going to get a second sniper before we start upgrading the first one. I'm going to get a second one, and we're going to get it right here where we can see all the way down now on strong. And make sure this is still on laser mode for 23. Here we go. Yeah, it looks much better than 22. 22 is really scary if you don't do things right. 23 looks okay. But we're going to keep going for this sniper now. We can hit the camo on 24 there, just in time with the night vision goggles. Always love it when that happens. Okay, 25 is fine, but just barely. That is scary. Okay, again, we're trying to get an 022 sniper here. Oh, I actually missed something. You really should have this on the grenade mode here for 25. That's why it looked a little scary there. Lucky I didn't lose. 27, 26 should be perfectly fine. The grenade attack from Rosalia is actually really good against round 27. It basically beats the entire thing by itself. You saw a few yellows leak over here, but yeah, it's strangely good. Round 28 should be fine if you just have Rosalia on first. Can take care of all those leads for you. Looks beautiful. Okay, 30 is actually really weird. So I actually have to use Rosalia level 3 on round 30 because it sometimes kills you, unlike round 28, which is like almost never the case, but it is with this black border. Trust me, I died on there quite a few times, which was like, I was like, what is going on? Why am I dying on round 30? I'm going to switch this over to first now that we got Bouncing Bullets. Bouncing Bullets is so good in Chimps mode. Trust. It just covers so many weaknesses of the early game. And if you're brave, you can even go top path on it. Faster firing, I feel like, is a little safer, though. But look at this. Round 33, usually kind of a pain point. No, dude, we have so much camo popping. This round is so easy. And this is not even close to the best round that Bouncing Bullet gives you. But now we're going to save up for something really special. The first of our villages. With a monkey business and a monkey commerce, we're already 1 discount in. Bouncing Bullet really just making 35 sweat here. Making me sweat, but 36 is the real MVP round for this thing. Oh my gosh, 36 is one of the most painful rounds in Chimps mode, and look what it can do. It looks so good. It's not even close. Like, it's not getting back here or back here at all. The sniper spot is really goated. What are we getting next? Next, we are getting the double discount. Yes, the double discount. We're being greedy. ISAB would be proud. Okay, so there's the double discount. I like this strategy because you can get like such a big discount on your plane. Look at this, $340 for rapid fire. Oh, and by the way, these camo whites, watch what this Bouncing Bullet does to these camo whites. The camo whites should be coming out soon though. Right now. Ah, dude, it's so good. Those camo whites can be so annoying. So we're gonna get the 200 ace now. I think optimally you would probably get those in the middle of the round, but we were fine. Making sure our sniper is on first, and then going for a 202 village. Apparently we're going for a jungle drums here, and honestly, it's probably a good idea. I remember having trouble with these ceramics. For some reason, the strategy was kind of struggling against them, but now when they come out, they should be okay. Yeah, you can see they get actually pretty far. And I was dying to them before. But let's get at the jungle drums right now. So everything has jungle drums. Okay, now I'm going to get this in range of both villages. I need to make sure it's in range of both villages. On strong... Okay, get that mid-round, and luckily, round 40 is going to be so easy. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Place this right away, and then when the mob pops, you just do this. And Rosalia kills the mob every time. Rosalia is like one of the best heroes for killing a mob on round 40. As soon as you place her down, you basically have a mob answer, like on almost any map. Time to get some camo detection here, though, with radar scanner. Quick tip, if you spend like all of your money from round 40 to 42, you can almost always afford an 020 village. So, yeah, you don't really have to wait for it. It's usually a good time to get the 020 village right after you hit round 40, if you can afford it. And right now we can because, hey, we've actually got a discount on it, which is awesome. So that's the 022 village. And now I want to get a 202 glue on strong. Now, we're going to spam that in the middle of the round. I think this is actually a problem for round 43. Because 43, again, for some reason, this strategy has quite a bit of trouble with ceramics. I would think that Rosalia would cover some of that, but it's a little scary. So just wait a teensy bit here on 43 and then use Rosalia level 3 and you should be perfectly fine. Now we're going to try upgrading this ace here. We got a little bit of support here and a lot of support here, which is really cool. So now fingers crossed we scale, but you never know. You never know. Okay, there's the ODS. Let's get a little bit of a pierce buff for it. Now that we got a little bit of damage, let's go back to buffing. Now make sure we're out of the range of both of those towers. Luckily, you can actually just barely fit it out of the range. I hope I did it right. Now this should be close to the ace and just a little bit far away from Rosalia. You don't want the alchemist to be alch buffing Rosalia. You want it to be alch buffing the ace. Hopefully we got that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I need to stop pressing play on these rounds, though. Okay, okay. See, that's what you get for press and play on the rounds. Now we have a little bit of a scarier 49 because we'll see if we get those back up in time. Let's get a Berserker. Oh, I'm not seeing it because I haven't bought the Berserker brew. Duh. Wow, what a brain fart. Okay, we are getting the Berserker brew on this. Round 48, I have no micro, and we didn't have to worry about it too much because we're going to get the 420 here. You want to get the 420 because I think it makes the potion last longer. I'm not sure. It might actually be better to get the 402 because it's in range of Rosalia. So, I don't know. And there's going to be more towers in range in the future. So I think maybe the 402 is a little more optimal, but hey, whatever. Next thing we want to get is actually, we're going to upgrade our glue. We're still going for more support here. Trust me, we're going to need it because we're not going to be getting a big damage upgrade for a while. We've got a pretty big climb and it's going to be a little scary. Like we're climbing the side of a mountain. And there's just a long vertical stretch. That's what these save-ups feel like. There's just a really long vertical stretch, and it's going to be a really tall climb with no safety net. Okay, but the first step is to get this Relentless Glow. We get the Mob Glue in time for round 50. And then the Relentless Glue on Strong. Looks great. Next thing we're going to get in range of both villages is the Ice Monkey. I wanted to use the Ice Monkey for this black border, just kind of thematically with the map. What is Lost Crevasse? Yes, that's the name of this map. A little bit of a strange name. Okay, we are going to go for a 420 Ice Monkey. We're going for the attack speed and the enhanced, or the extra pierce. So attack speed and pierce. Pierce actually ends up kind of mattering. Round 98, you just need a lot of pierce on basically everything, so that's why we're adding it there. But none of these rounds should be terribly scary. I'll give you one guess what the next scary round is, though. You'll never guess. It's never a scary round, and it doesn't begin with 6 and end with 3. We're going for more support yet. So we're going to go for a Mer Monkey here. I'm going to place it... we're going to try to place it like right in the middle here, because not only do we want it to be attacking, we want the Pierce buff to get down to these two towers. So really try to put this in the exact right place here. We're going to get Echo Sense Network for it. We're going to get this. Okay, we can't afford Echo Sense Network just yet, so give it a little bit of a buff there. Both of these guys can see. That's good. They're being affected by the Pierce buff. So we're getting even more Pierce, which is really nice. Yes, you already want to be planning for round 98 with your upgrades this early. Okay, so next step is Abyssal Warrior here. Yes, we're going all the way to the Abyssal Warrior. Oh, you know what would be better probably first? getting the Echo Sense networks. Let's see how many we want. I'm not going to put them up here because it's just going to start stealing the Alk buff away from what we already have. You know, I could probably put 1 or 2 in. Maybe like over here, actually. Yeah, because I don't end up using this space. So I'm going to go ahead and use this space for at least 1 discount. Just save a few bucks. Okay, this guy is being affected. Rosalia is not. So let's go ahead and put just 1 more, get it as far away as possible. So we're taking the least prime real estate while still getting the buff. And there you go. So Rosalia is now being affected by the Pierce buff as well. And this guy can see right up here. We'll put him on strong. And we'll get the Abyssal Warrior as soon as we can. 57, easy. Usually that's a pretty difficult round, so it's got those 2 clumped mobs at the start and 2 clumped mobs at the back. So you really got to have your mob answer by 57. Honestly, I would like to buy another one of these just so we get a little more range up here. We can hit, though, which is a good thing. You know, it slows mobs down and we can hit ceramics at the very least. I think I've decided, and I am going to get another one of these buffs here. Can I fit it in here somewhere? I have something else to place there for much later, so let's just go back to over here and place another one of these and get an Echo Sense network again. So this guy's just a little bit farther up. Round 60, I have no notes. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The BFP just disappeared. That was so sick. Boom. Boom. Dude, this strategy is like surprisingly good against these mobs. This map really reminds me of Castle Revenge, except it's much easier. Well, I say it's much easier, but hey, I might have to eat my words on this next round because it's round 63. It's so scary. It's always scary on a black border, but we're going to do our best here. We're going to have this on strong, this on strong. We have both Rosalia abilities, JIC. And I think we just want to start. So right when we see them coming out here, that's just going to totally delete the first one. The first wave. Let's see if we need it for the second wave. Right when we see... Yeah, maybe not right when we see it coming out. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful for the second wave. Oh my gosh, dude. That was so good. And for the third wave, no doubt we are using... No doubt we are using this. Whew. Oh, and we needed it too. That's crazy. Whew. Okay, round 63 is scary there, but we did get past it. So round 64 should be, I think, quite a bit easier. I don't want to jinx it, but there you go. Round 64 was quite a bit easier. Now, round 65, I'm going to have Rosalia level 3 at the ready for these BFBs. I don't think it's necessary, but I don't want to take any chances, and this is really the last difficult round for a while. But at this point, we're pretty much saving up for the Sky Shredder. I think it's going to be a good time all around. So, again, I said I was going to use this for the BFBs. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. I don't think it's necessary, but... you know, 65 has burnt me enough times to where I want to be safe on it. And we're getting Rosalia level 3 back right now. So, yes, level 65, Rosalia level 3 is endorsed by me. When do you think we get Sky Shredder by? Any bet takers in the comments? Any knowers in the comments? Yeah, round 69, round 70, like some of the easiest rounds in the entire game. It's so rare that you lose to these rounds. You just gotta hand it to this strategy how long it holds on here. We haven't bought anything since, I think, round 59, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. I don't think we've bought anything since round 59 when we bought this. We're creeping up to that Sky Shredder. We're creeping up to it. And we're paying attention every single round. If the balloons are coming out and you want a black border, you should be paying attention all the time. Let me actually get my fingers on the Rosalia abilities. I don't think we're going to need them, but Actually, no, we literally do need them on round 75. Okay, getting rid of the first wave of... Oh my god. The first wave of BFBs there. We're going to do this on the second wave just to help clear things out so it's not nearly as close. Now, around 75 or 76, I've never had a problem with, but we're definitely going to be keeping an eye out here. Okay, yeah, never had a problem with it, but you can see that it's not exactly the safest of rounds. Now, around 76, we very importantly need to use Rosalia level 7 when these BFBs start coming out, because there's a lot of them. And keep in mind, we're fighting all these BFBs on a defense that we bought on round 59, plus Rosalia is a little bit stronger too. But okay, once some of these bad boys come in, we're going to do this. And please, don't die. Nice. We did not die. Now, round 79, thank you, Rosalia, is pretty much solved if we don't screw it up. If we don't screw it up, we can pretty much just use Rosalia level 3 on this round. We have to really focus on when these ceramics are coming out because we have to kill them basically right in time. Like right when they come out. But if we do it right, yes, the ceramic waves get decimated. And we can fast forward until the next one. Hello, BFB. Goodbye, BFB. Let's slow things down because, well, wait till we start seeing purples. Okay, now we're seeing purples. Focus up. Wait for the ceramics. Right when they come out, we are going to... Don't have an over-eager trigger finger. Wait for him now. Yep, there you go. There you go. At 37k, going into round 79, we are going to get the Sky Shredder next round. This has been a long save up, but trust me, it's worth it. I think the Sky Shredder is really fun on a map like this, and I hope you'll see why. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Sky Shredder combined with this Ice Monkey is really, really good. So, the next thing that we're going to buy here is, surprise, surprise, the MIB. This is one of the reasons why I opted for 2 of these, because really I wanted Jungle Drums and MIB for this strategy. But we're going to do a MIB right now. Now this thing is pretty cracked. And the next thing that we're going to get is a Super Brittle. I haven't used Sky Shredder for a black border in a very long time, I don't think. Okay, Rosalia is now level 14. Scatter missiles do extra damage to mobs. Good to know. Coming up here on 20,000, 2/3 of the way to the Super Brittle. Look what we do to these ZOMGs. Look at that. It's crazy. Fortified balloons are actually kind of our enemy. I don't know why, but this strategy really, really struggles against fortified ceramics. Okay. We're getting some ceramics going a little bit far here. We've got the MIB, so no need to worry about those DDTs. Those pesky DDTs. Very cool. And right now we have enough for Super Brittle. There we go. Super Brittle. And this combo is really quite good. Look what it just did to those DDTs. That's crazy. Okay, next thing I want to get is the CTA here. You know, I had the MIB. I wanted to get like a super strong Sky Shredder, so call to arms it is. And we're not going to afford it for a little bit. And we definitely want to be watching for micro just about every round here. Like that. Like that. You can get these little leaks every once in a while that are just so scary. 93 should be fine, though. Again, we're saving it for a call to arms. Look how clean those DDTs are, though. They're really clean. Okay, again, trying to save up. Now for 93 here, we are going to use 2 Rosalia abilities. The first one is going to be the level 3. And then when I start seeing ZOMGs popping, I'm going to use level 3. Sorry, we use level 7 at the beginning there. And then when the ZOMGs start popping, we use level 3. Now, it doesn't look like that round was inconsistent, but trust me, I have lost on it, and it is not fun losing this late in the round, or this late in the game. Okay, so round 95, you know, we've been seeing what the strategy does to DDTs. It's fun. It's fun what this strategy does to DDTs. But again, we're going to always be looking out for micro here. On a map like this, things can get by very quickly. If you're on Pat's Pond, if you're on Castle Revenge. I'm trying to think of another map that kind of does something like this. Balloons can get by very easily, even with the strongest of strategies. So having something like Rosalia is really important. Sada is another great example of this. To use her leaping sword or her sword charge. Okay, but round 96, we've actually got a strategy. We're going to buy the call to arms. We were a little late on that because I was explaining the strategy I was using here. But the next thing that I want to buy is a lowly ninja. Now, what do we want to do with a ninja this late in the game? Well, if you know very much about Chimps mode, you know we want to go for a Sabo with that thing because Sabos are so good. Now, for 96, we are going to use Rosalia level 3, but we're going to use these at a very specific time. We're going to use Rosalia level 3. Now that's the barrage, the mob barrage. And the time that we're going to start using them is when the ZOMGs start to pop. When the ZOMGs start to pop, ooh, look at those fortified ceramics. Look how far they get. It's really scary. It's like a really scary part of this. There we go. Really scary part of this map. Okay, so when the ZOMGs start to pop, we are going to use Mob Barrage to try and hit all of those BFB insides. So we are doing, hopefully, as much damage as possible. And whew, yes, we did get it. No, we haven't used the CTA yet, but we are definitely going to. Oh, these are the scary rounds, folks. These are the last scary rounds of the Black Border. But let's focus up and let's try to get them. So round 97, I say Rosalia level 7 and level 10. So what that looks like is Rosalia level 7 now and now. So we're going to stick that big grenade on this. So we're going to do a lot more damage. And that lets the balloons stay in range of Super Brittle longer, which lets you win. For this round, what we want to do is we are going to Sabo early and then use CTA. Again, we want to be popping as many things in the range of the Super Brittle as we possibly can. So we want to use these things pretty early, and especially on this round. Okay, here we go. Sabo and CTA right off the bat. We're going to get a Sabo now so we can hopefully have it up by the end of next, or for the beginning of next round. And look at how much that does. We just cleared out all those ZOMGs. Okay, we have the BFBs left. We're getting some ceramics leaking here. Hopefully not much more than that. We do end up having a Sabo for next round if we need it. And all of the BFBs are down. Oh, it always feels good getting past round 98 on a Black Border run. It always feels good. Just a huge sigh of relief. All right. What I want to do now is I want to get this in the range of our Mermonkey. Right here. We are going to do this with bigger stacks. Do not buy White Hot Spikes because you already have it in range of the MIB. What we are going to do is use a Sabo and Rosalia level 3. You'll notice I did not use this last round, and that is important. So we're going to Sabo and Rosalia level 3 on this round for the DDTs. Getting rid of those horrible fortified DDTs. Let's go. Let's go. Got my fingers in place on the keys. Sabo, do this. Rosalia doing huge damage to those fortified DDTs, and we actually do it. Let's go. I don't technically need anything else. I would really like to buy something like an overdrive, though. We have a lot of abilities up that we can use properly. I think we're ready. Let's get this Black Border. Let's do this, this. Okay, you. Oh my gosh, you're 4,000 damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. We have a Sabo. Keep that in mind. Let's Sabo now. Oh my gosh, it's so clean. That was so clean. All right. I do not know if that was the Black Border, so let's go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and check and see. Please. Yes, we got the Black Border. It always feels good getting those Black Borders. That was my attempt 11 of this Black Border. That is from first time I played the Chimps mode on this map to the last time. So attempt 11, I feel like that's pretty good for an intermediate map. I was able to hone in on the strategy. I'm pretty proud of how quickly I honed in on the strategy with this one. These other ones, I remember something like Spring taking me probably dozens of attempts to get this Black Border, if not more. This was a particularly difficult one for me. So doing this in only 11 attempts, it feels so great. And hopefully I can get this Ravine Black Border next and I can make a video about that. That would be so great.